Super special, super unique. We've got an incredible episode of hashtag Rise and Grind for you today. It's going to be different than anything we've ever done. 100% completely different than anything we've ever done. I hope you're ready. It's going to be amazing.
Your network is your net worth. You've heard this saying a million times, and you even understand the premise behind it, and yet you can't seem to connect with the people in life who can help take you to the next level. Well, now hashtag Rise and Grind has the solution. Connect with hundreds of hashtag Rise and Grind members nationwide in the hashtag Rise and Grind Elite Mastermind Group. Led by Glenn Lundy and his incredible network of friends, colleagues, and business associates, as a member of the hashtag Rise and Grind Elite Mastermind Group, you'll have the opportunity to meet twice a week with like-minded individuals who can help you take your life to the next level, professionally, personally, physically, and spiritually. You'll become a part of an elite Facebook group with exclusive access to content that can't be found anywhere else, and have the opportunity to connect with top performers from around the world. You'll get front row access to all of Glenn's previous training programs, future programs, speaking events, and hashtag Rise and Grind University. Listen, for only dollars a day, you'll now have the network you've been searching for. A network of people who rise every single day with intention and purpose and can help you evolve into the absolute best version of yourself that you can be. Ultimately, making an impact on your friends, your family members, your community, and your life. Join the hashtag Rise and Grind Elite Mastermind and get your fast pass to a life where your network is your net worth.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? See, there's no excuse for you not pushing yourself to the next level. In order for you to create a new you must have a new mindset. When teams come together, we can create things that are greater than the sum of all of their parts. Good morning.
Good morning and welcome to hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to seven, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Dude, today is Wednesday. That's right. Today is Wednesday, September 23rd, 2020. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Wednesday, September 23rd, 2020. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most of this absolutely incredible, and I mean absolutely incredible day. Hey, I can tell you already this morning, I can already tell you Facebook, I shouldn't say Facebook. It's not right. Some shows you just know are going to be unique. Some shows you know are going to be powerful. Some shows you know that sometimes there are forces out there that don't want them to get out. You just know. I just see it. I've done this 713 times. And I can already tell by the way the algorithm's playing itself over here on Facebook, we're going to need some help. So I need you to tag your friends down here this morning. Anybody you know is normally watching hashtag Rise and Grind. There are people out there having a hard time finding this show this morning. I can already tell. I can already see it. So I need your help. I need you to hit that share button. I need you to tag somebody in the comments because we're doing something today that's unique, that's different, that's special, that we've never done before. And I'm super excited about it. Super excited. All right, so we're going to dive right in. But you know what we got to do? You know we got to dance. You know we got to get moving. You know we got to get rocking and rolling. All of those things first thing in the morning. Hey, for those of you that know, there we go. You still like that beat? That's what I'm talking about. For those of you that know, those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you to press that share button. This is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you, and I want you to say good morning to me, whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay. Say what's up. I'll say what's up back. Liza says, I no longer get any notifications on Facebook. Can anyone help? I checked all the settings and they all look right. That's right, Liza. Facebook censors. Let's just say it. It's real. They do it. But luckily we got our diehard rising grinders that find it anyway. What's up, Terry Collins? How you doing, John Gayhammer? How you doing, Wes Storm? Anita Falker Hill. Man, today is CMA Day. And I'm super excited. I'm going to spend some time with Carter Myers Automotive Group. Our friend Shauna Carsale just started working over there. So Shauna moved over there. Don Sankey has moved over there. Josh is over there. It's amazing. Mike Overfelt and Tina Overfelt are over there. So if you're thinking about a career change, if you're thinking, man, I got to get it and to be a part of an environment like that where people are growing and moving from all over the country to be a part of it, dude, let me know. Let me know. See you Mayday all day. What's up, Sarah Ball? How you doing, Brian Hess? Great to see you. What's up, Tabby Negrit? Brian says, no weapon formed against us shall prosper. That's right, Brian. You know what's up. There's Shauna Carsale right there. What's up, Whitney Wells, Kim Fair, Melvin Rodriguez, Gail B. Craft is in the house. How you doing, Sean Weatherby, Terry Collins, Mike Stevens, Tina Kelly Overfell. What's up, Emily Gowler, Janelle Griego, Mike Higdon, John Coltenborn, Michael Guthrie, Jay Wilburn, Tony Thorstad, Michelle Streets, James Gavin, Terry Collins, Melinda Gayheimer. I already said that. Whitney Wells, I already said her too. Mike Stevens, I think I said, am I doubling up here? What's up, Tabitha? Dude, y'all ready for this powerful episode of Hashtag Rise and Grind? My dear friend, Miss Susan Rose has something to share with you today, and she's going to pop up in here in a unique and interesting way.
Good morning, everybody. I am so excited to be here. I've been telling Glenn for at least a year that I wanted to sit down with him and share just how much that he's meant to me in the Rise and Grind group, how much that you all have helped me. And this is not quite what I had in mind. Then when I get here, he says, oh, Susan, we're going to do something different. I'm going to have you just sit down by yourself and share your story. So here we are. And I'm just so excited about it. But my Rise and Grind story is my sister Gail B. Craft introduced me to Rise and Grind back in February of 2018. And I had never heard of Glenn. I'd only been on Facebook for just a little bit over 2 months. And so all of this was so new to me. And I was overwhelmed, to say the least. But as soon as I started listening to Rise and Grind, something just started changing. And it's amazing, just in 3 weeks of hearing Glenn say, don't settle, take action, just take risks. I decided that time I'd been a school psychologist for 30 years, and I'd been offered this job to work with women in addiction. And so I took the leap of faith, and I called them up, and I started. And I knew the person that had been teaching before me primarily just taught the spirituality part of it. So I prayed about it, and when I went in, I'm like, I'm gonna mix things up. I'm gonna do this Susan style. So I go in, and here are these women, total strangers, but they welcomed me. I just was raw and real, who I truly am. And so I would start the morning off, and we would take a walk before class even started. I taught them about the morning five, so we would come back and do our gratitude, um, and we would talk about goals for the day. And then I would take whatever that I'd learned from Glenn, and I would teach them that. So that got all the energy up, so that when we went into the spirituality part of it, they were ready to learn and go. And it was just, I could just tell a whole shift because I observed before. And so during that time when I would share Glenn's story, they were always just inspired, and it gave them hope. I'm going to take a drink. And it gave them hope. And so they would ask a lot of questions about it. And so I would tell them about the program, so when they got out, that they would also join. But that experience was so amazing to me. It's like God knew that I needed to go through spiritual boot camp, because as I was teaching them and what I thought was blessing them, I was learning about healthy boundaries and just discernment, and just basically just no codependency. And it just really taught me how to look to God first and foremost for everything. And during that time, my goal was just to be a light and to love them back to life. And little did I know that they loved me back to life. During that time, I was making $10 an hour, and I've never felt more rich in my life. It was just rewarding, and Rise and Grind, and Glenn talking about it, I really believe that's what pushed me to do something so far outside of my comfort zone. And because of that, I was actually able to go to my church and speak one night about the program, because addiction's real, abuse is real, mental illness, all of this stuff is real. And I wanted to share that there is help out there, and that spirituality and just believing that you can make it through everything. So it's just amazing that Glenn was actually able to bless hundreds of women through his message, and God used me to then bless them. So that was just an amazing experience. But since then, I guess when I look back and reflect on my life, probably the most pivotal season of my life was 20 years ago. I was in 2 car accidents. In fact, I was wearing the cervical collar from my first accident when I was hit the second time. And at that time, I was thinking, why is this happening to me? I had just been released to go back to work part time. But when we went to the neurologist, and he shared with us, he showed us the MRI results, and the impact had pushed the herniated disc into my spinal cord. So that explained the extreme nerve pain that I was having. But what was amazing is when he said the collar and my seat belt protected me from the disc severing my spinal cord. So from that moment on, I felt so blessed, and I was so grateful that I was walking and alive. I just, that's all I could think about, that I was blessed. And from that moment on, I just knew, I kept on hearing, you will be healed. And I believed that with all of my heart. Nobody convinced me. As much as I would hear negative reports, nobody was going to convince me otherwise. And so, unfortunately, not everybody in my life believed the same way that I did. So after 3 years, God just showed me proof that if I stayed in my 12-year marriage, that I wouldn't heal. So when he opened that door, I ran through it. And even though it took 10 years for me to not have the chronic pain, it was so worth it. Every bit of it. I'm so grateful for just everything I learned from that. And I know that God used that situation to get me on the right path, get me back on the right path, his path. I know for sure that I wouldn't know my personal strength through Christ if all that hadn't happened. I wouldn't have the life that I have right now. I definitely would not be sitting here right now doing this show. And it just goes to show that faith overcomes everything. And I never lost it. From there, I've had so many things in my life. I mean, I've been so blessed. I think what happens is the enemy knows how to attack you, and it's when you're weaker. So when I was down, that's when the enemy attacked 10 times harder. And what I've noticed, and I didn't realize this until recent years, is every time I would start to get momentum and start to really do heal and get some amazing things going on, bam, he would either attack me emotionally, or I would get some physical pain back, and that would send me back into that memory of what I went through, and self-doubt would creep in. And so I've just learned so much over the years about how that happens. And so now I just do everything I can to be proactive. That's why one of the reasons I wanted to come to Glenn's studio is I felt like if I did the technology from home, if he was going to attack me, it would be through the technology. And between my internet and just my technology skills, and so this was my idea to come in. So Rise and Grind, just another pivotal point in my life is when we had the Grow Your Business for God's Sake. During that conference, like right before, I had an emotional and spiritual breakthrough that was life-changing. And then as I went into the conference, there was a spiritual awakening, the love, and you felt the Holy Spirit everywhere. I've never been around just a more loving and caring group, inspirational. I met Jesse I Can Sparkman, who oh my gosh, he just lit up my life. Every single thing that's happened since then, somehow, everything, it's been divine connections through Rise and Grind. And just to think, Glenn came out of the closet, he was doing this. I feel like this is my coming out of the closet moment. So, there's just so many other things that I could talk about, but I just feel like, I heard when Heather Parody asked, what would you tell your inner child? And some of the things that came to mind is to definitely be God pleasing and not people pleasing. Once I got out of the people pleasing, like, people are going to disappoint you and hurt you. God is constant. He's loving. He's supportive. But also to learn to love every aspect of your unique self. Truly love every part of it, the good and the bad. And then also to just never lose your childlike qualities. Every day, find something to laugh about. Be playful, and just never stop having fun. That's what keeps me young. That's why I loved working with children. When I was a school psychologist, I worked with all age groups. But then by the end of it, I primarily worked with elementary school students. And every day I found something to laugh about. And one of the gifts that God gave me is that I've always had really dark rose-colored glasses the way I view the world. And so when I meet people, I automatically see the good in them. And I think he used me in that setting, and even with the women in addiction, to just show them, this is what is so special and unique about you. These are your gifts. Use these. And I would just build them up. And when they left my office, they felt better about themselves because they came to me because there were problems. They didn't come to me because they were really good students. And what I learned from that, it's good to have the rose-colored glasses, but if they're so dark, it kind of blinded me from some things that I should have been aware of and noticed, just had better discernment about people. And so I think one of the reasons I've been more reserved about being online is that I was so open and so just welcoming to everybody and everything in my life. I was a prime target for people to take advantage of my kindness. And so when I got on Facebook, the first year, I didn't do anything. I did post one picture, but it was by accident. I was just playing around. It had no caption, and I just didn't, I didn't know what I was doing, and it was overwhelming because I feel things on such a deep level that when I would read people's posts, I would just feel it so hard. And when you're reading so many of them, um, it it just got a little overwhelming. But I can tell you, if you've posted things that are happening in your life, if I didn't post or if I haven't commented about it, um, trust me, I was praying for you and I was crying with you. And the divine connections I've made through this group, I can't believe how much you can love people without even meeting them. And then when you meet them, it takes that love to a whole nother level. And that to me is just amazing. I think what God allowed to happen is the earlier years of my life when I was allowing those energy vampires and toxic people. He wanted me to, you also have to protect yourself to a certain extent and lean on me, not other people. And so now I went from all of that and being just knocked around a lot to being surrounded by hundreds and thousands of people that just are amazing, good, godly people. And the very group that people have tried to protect me from, this is the group that I know if I needed help or if I needed protection again in any way, there would be a line so long. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, I know you all would be there for me. That fills my heart with so much joy. And the people that criticize and talk about this group and laugh about it, especially the Twang sisters, and a shout out to my girls. I love y'all so much. Those are the people that need this group more than anybody. That's what makes this so amazing. And so I'm sure there's a lot more other things that I could share, but when Glenn put you up on the mountaintop, the main things that I thought about is to practice positivity every single day. It's a choice. The more we practice it, the more we block all that negativity that's just thrown at us all the time. And Vicky changed my emoji on Rise and Grind from a rose to a lemon. And that's because she knows that I'm striving to be a master lemonade maker in a world that is constantly throwing lemons at us. And right now, I feel like we're frozen lemons are being thrown at us. So it is hard, but I practice it every single day. And that was one of the first things that I would talk to the women about when I would go there. Be positive. But the other thing, we are so just, we make everything so complicated and we overthink things. We just need to keep it real simple. Love God, love people, because in the end, only love is real. Glenn, here you go. Thank you all. I love you all.
You stay there. Don't go nowhere.
Oh, okay.
Wow. You are awesome.
Thank you.
So cool. I know that's got to be like really nerve-wracking. We just put you in the seat and just have you doing your thing. But wow, man, lots of powerful stuff in there. So talk a little bit more real quick on, I mean, love God, love people, right? It's so simple and it is complicated. And I love the lemonade thing. And yes, it's like frozen lemons this season.
Definitely.
Right here, right? But this is amazing. So talk a little bit about that connection, the Twang sisters, right? Share with them. So there's you and there's Vicky and there's Gail, and kind of like, how did that happen and how has that been transformative for you?
that's what was amazing. When I was at the Nile is in for sales, and so every day when we would walk, the castle was across the road. And so every day I would say, girls, I'm gonna go to the castle. I'm gonna go to the castle. I didn't know how. I thought maybe for dinner, just walk around. Fast forward a year, not only do I get to go to the castle, it was for 4 days. I get to go with the Twang sisters and Danelle Delgado. We stay for 4 days, 3 nights. We're there. I'm on Friday Night Live with the girls, and it was so exciting. We're on the rooftop. It was beautiful. It was the most amazing experience ever. Danelle is just the best. And we go there thinking we're just going to hang out with her. By the end of the time, we have a business plan for the Twang sisters, and so it has been such a gift to me. They're my soul sisters, and to know that whatever we do with our gifts, that we leave people feeling loved, lifted, and gifted.
Yeah, you do.
And just know the joy we have doing it and the fun, and we're just learning each and every day. It's through a lot of trial and error. But every bit of it is worth it because we know that we're doing God's work. And that's what makes it so rewarding.
And I love it. So with the Twang sisters, they make like custom gifts. You just tell them somebody you want to get twanged, and they make custom, like they'll research the people again. Like you guys are like private investigators.
Exactly.
They'll go and they'll
we start
research.
researching.
They dig in and they make custom gifts. But you guys, so the three of you met. You all live in Paris, but you met through Rise and Grind, right?
Of course, with Gail being my sister, and then Vicky. I'd known her. I'd known of her, but I did not meet her until the Rise and Grind event.
Right.
And that was another, oh my gosh, over the top moment that just was amazing. I loved every second of it. And since then, it was like you knew it was a divine connection because it was immediate. And to just have them to work, because what's funny about it, and God does really have a good sense of humor with me. I had been to Hobby Lobby once in my life, and that was to get a gift card for a friend. I have zero craft skills. So I'm like, okay, Danelle, are you sure I need to be in this group? But God has shown me gifts that I had that I didn't realize and brought out things that have helped a lot. But it is just, I'm having so much fun on this journey with them, and I'm really excited. I'm 56, and I just now feel like I'm starting to live my true life.
That's so awesome.
And it's just so exciting because I know God has exciting things planned for us and for me, and I just can't wait to see where it's going. No more limits.
That's right. No more limits. I love it. Well, you're amazing. This is Susan Rose. If you think Susan's amazing, one of the best things that you can do to honor our guests, because this is not easy to do at 5:30 in the morning, especially when we just put you in the seat with the spotlights.
Here you go.
There you go. You've come out of the closet, like you said about me earlier. You've come out of the closet. If you enjoyed Susan Rose this morning, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that share button. It's super important that we get these messages out to as many people as humanly possible. You never know who needs to hear it today, right? You never know. Also, make sure you blow her up today. Message her, follow her. Like, I want her to throw her phone at the wall, be like, well, no, because you're turning everything into limits. So she won't throw the phone. She'll enjoy and she'll embrace all of it. She'll love every single second of it, but pour into her. But Susan, thank you so much.
Thank you, Glenn,
for doing this.
Thank
and
you.
It's really powerful for me and impactful, and I just really appreciate like your light, your pure heart. You and the rest of the Twang sisters have been so kind to me and my family and to my kids, which I appreciate so much. You guys you mean so much to this group. So thank you so much for sharing your stories with us this morning.
Thank you.
You're a rock star. All right, that's it, folks. I'm going to kick Susan out. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. You go, girl. Thank you. Wow, 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 wow. Unique and different episode. I hope you enjoyed it this morning on hashtag Rise and Grind. Listen, man, this has been incredible. Spotlighting our superhumans that are in this group. We've been doing spotlights every single day. We're going to continue to do that, to interview group members so you can get to know them. What an incredible time. This is an incredible time. If you want to invite people to join hashtag Rise and Grind, now's a great time to do that, right? We're meeting different members, people from different walks of life, different ages, different backgrounds, all of those things. So it's an incredible time to bring people in. We're also doing giveaways every single day. We're giving away Rise and Grind gear like this hoodie right here. So we're giving away t-shirts and hats and water bottles and all this wonderful stuff. So an incredible time. If you haven't done so already, thanks for the stars, Rodney. Thanks for the stars, Anita. If you haven't done so already, just in the group, click that little invite button, go through, invite your friends, get them on in here. We're going to keep doing this all month long. Tomorrow, who's on tomorrow? Oh, I don't know. It's in my notes over there. Tomorrow we'll have another hashtag Rise and Grind member that's going to be right here on the show to spend some time with you. It's going to be incredible. Until then, if you need more videos, you can go to GlennLundy.com. We got tons of videos up there, 713 of them to be exact. If you're listening on the podcast, make sure you hit that subscribe button, drop a comment so that we know that you're there. All of those good things. If you like our show, give us a good rating, so on and so forth. We would greatly appreciate it. But most importantly, just go out today, have an amazing, over-the-top, phenomenal day. Take those frozen lemons that get thrown at you and turn them into lemonade. And we'll see you again tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. here on hashtag Rise and Grind. Have a great day.
Saying you want it bad will not get you results, but showing you want it bad will. Talking about it will not get you results. Doing it will. You see, in life, you have a choice. You can either be a spectator or you can be a participant. Spectators like to talk. Participants are all about action. You see, everybody talks a good game, don't they? But what separates the successful from the unknown is action. The successful, the champions of life, they take massive action. They don't hesitate. They don't procrastinate. They do not fear failure. They fear being average.